If your edits take hours and still don't look professional, you're probably making the same mistakes most beginners make. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 10 editing tricks that will help you edit faster, work smarter, and make your videos look instantly better. Once you learn these, you'll wonder how you ever edited without them. The first on our list is transporting your projects from one project window to a different project window or a new project. And this actually comes in handy with you need assets from a previously edited project in a new project you are working on. And to do that first, let's open a new project. Then I'm going to add a video to the media panel and add it to the timeline. Now, before you can transfer your old projects to a new one, there are things you will need to do. And the first is to create a compound clip. So highlight everything on the timeline, or press the Ctrl key plus A on the keyboard, and this will highlight everything on the timeline. Now right-click on it, then click on Compound Clip, or press the Alt key plus G on your keyboard to create the compound clip. Now that we have finished creating the compound clip, let's close this window and open a new one. Then I will show you how to transfer it to the new project window. Open a new project, and this is our new project window right here. So, in the new project window, move to the media panel. Then, on the left side of the media panel, select Sub-Projects. Then click on this Import button right here. After clicking on the Import button, this window will pop up, and you will see every saved project you have worked on in CapCut. So select the project you want to import to this new window here. And the one we just created is right here at the top. So I will select it, then come and click on Import right here. Now wait for a while for your project to be imported, and the speed will depend on the length of your video. And your project will be imported right here for you to use, so you can add it to the timeline, then use it. And you don't need to export your video before importing it to a new window. So let's move to the next feature on our list, and you will be amazed by this tool, because it will improve your editing speed. CapCut has introduced a multiple timeline feature that lets you open multiple different timelines on the same project window. And to use this amazing tool, first come to the toolbar, and at the start of the toolbar, you will see this plus icon right here. So let's click on it. And after clicking on it, a new timeline will open for you to use for a different project. And you see the first timeline and the new timeline on the same project window. So let's import a video to our new timeline. So CapCut treat our new timeline as independent and can do everything the default timeline can do. And also, there are a whole lot of things you can do with the new timeline. So come and right-click on this 3 dashes here. And you can open another timeline. You can rename your timeline. You can also pin it, delete it, and change timeline settings. And if you click on the timeline settings, it will let you edit the timeline settings to how you want it. But there is one thing I mostly do when I create a new timeline, and to rename it, click on the 3 dashes and select Rename. And now you can rename your timeline right here. So type in the name you want to use, then after that, click on OK to save it. And also you can create more timelines that you want by clicking on the plus icon, till you get the number of different timelines that you want. So let me delete all the timelines, leaving only to timeline. And one amazing thing you can do is, if you click and drag your timeline downward, you can place it in the marked section, so you can see both timelines at the same time. So I'm going to place mine on the right side. And as you can see both timelines at the same time, and just comes in handy when you are editing multiple projects that use the same assets. Our next feature is how to export a section of the video you are editing without deleting the rest. And there are 2 ways in doing this, so let's start with them. First one. So first let's add a video to the timeline. Now go through and make a split at where you want the video to end. So I will make my split right here. And I want to export this part of the video. So right-click on the clip you want to export, then select Export Clips. And it will take you to the export section. And you can type in the name you want to use for your footage, and also select the location you want to save to. Then click on Export. Now wait for your video to be exported. And if you click on Open Folder, it will take you to where it was exported to, and you can use it for a different edit. Now, let's move to the second method, and this is my favorite. And with this you can export other elements, like B-roll, text, effect, and filters. So let me show you how to use this tool. And first, I will place this footage on top of the main layer and use it as a B-roll. And I'm going to add some text to it, and extend it a bit. And I'm going to drag my text to this side. Then I will make a split right here. So if I want to export this part of the project, without deleting this section of the project, then select the part you want to export. So I will highlight this part, including the B-roll and the text. Then right-click and go to Range, then click on Select by Clip. And all the part that won't be exported will be blacked out. So you can click on the Export button, type in the name you want, choose the location you want to save it to, then click on Export to export your footage. And these are the two methods to export a section of a project you are editing. The next tool on our list is the guides and rulers. And this helps you position elements like shapes, text, and even B-roll in the position you want. So let me show you how to use it. To find the guides and rulers, first come to this side of the preview window and click on this 3 dashes here. Then select Guides and Rulers. And you can add a horizontal guide and a vertical guide. So let's add a vertical guide. And this vertical line on the screen is the vertical guide, and you can drag it to anywhere on the screen. So I will place it at this side. Then I will add a horizontal guide. Then place it right here. Now let's position something using the guides. So let's go to Stickers and add a square shape to the timeline. Now, let's resize our shape. Now I will place it here, and the guides makes it more easier to position it there than not using the guides. Now let's move to the next feature, and that's the linkage. Now let's add a text to the timeline and show you how the linkage works and how you can use it. Now I will place the text on the second footage and extend to match it the duration of the video. Now come to this side of the toolbar and you will see the linkage tool. So click on it to turn it on. Now if I try to trim the main video, the text too will be trimmed even without it being selected. And this is how the linkage works. And if I try to move the main footage, the text on top also moves with it. And if I turn the linkage off and try to move the main video, the text stays at the same place. And this make it easier when you want to move things around with the main video. And it's not only text, you can do with other element. So come and click on the arrow beside the linkage tool, then select linkage settings. And on this window, you can select or deselect the elements you want. And then click on Done to save it. Now let's move to the next tool, which is Track Height. And this is very useful if you use a larger screen to edit. And if you want to change the track height, first come to this side of the timeline. Then click on the 3 dots right here, which is the track settings. So click on it, then go to Track Height. And you will have 3 options: Short, Default, and Tall. So first, let's click on Short. And as you can see here, the height of your track has become very short. And this will come in handy if you use a smaller screen and want more space on the timeline. So let's go back and select Tall. And this will make your tracks tall and suitable if you use CapCut on larger screens. And mine works best on default, so I will set it at default. And talking about track settings, there is other setting you must know, and that's the audio waveform. So go to Track Settings, then select Audio Waveform, and you will have 3 options. And that is 30%, 60%, and 100%. At the moment mine is at 30%, so let's select 60 and see what happens. And as you can see, our audio waveform is a little bigger now. And if you select 100%, your waveform will be much bigger. And this goes in corresponding with the track height. So I will set mine at 30 because that works best for me. Now the next amazing feature that makes editing more easier and faster is presets. So, first I'm going to create a glass effect, then convert to a preset and use it anytime I need it. So, if you want a tutorial on how to create this glass effect, then let me know in the comment. So, now that I am done with the glass effect, right-click on it, then click on Save Preset. Then wait for it to create the preset. Then, after your preset is done, go to the Media panel, then select Preset from the menu. And your preset will be right here, and you can use it anytime you want. And the last feature of this video, exporting in the background. So, let's first export this video. Let's click on the Export button. Now click on the Export button. And while your video is export, you can come and click on Back to Home, right here. And it will take you back to the home page. And while your video is exporting, you can work on other projects with no issues, and get a message when it's done exporting. And these are 10 insane tools and features in CapCut that will make editing more easier and faster. So let me know which one is your favorite or use the most. And also, if you liked the video, then give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.